about 2. We're just gonna warm up seated, and as I recall, you like the cross-legged position. We're just gonna give ourselves a moment to come into our breath and come into that yoga space of not worrying about everything else. Today, my inspiration for the class is really about this balance that we always try to find between effort and ease. And it's daily changes. Some days we want to push, we want to test our limits. Today I'm going to suggest that we stay on the side of just ease. If we can do a whole class where we're comfortable in our body, comfortable in our breath, that's a tremendous practice. So sometimes I think it's worthwhile to just make an intention to work fully within our limits, keeping the breath long, comfortable, and slow. And the minute we start feeling that effort of contracting our breath, we can just ease up. So the idea is, and it can feel so sweet when this works, is that we don't do anything our body isn't inviting us to do. Some days we do, some days we want to try, but today we're going to give ourselves permission to just stay very, very comfortable, very focused on our breath. Start with a little bit of neck warm up. Just bring the chin up, let the back of the neck feel the compression, not too far. Chin down. You can just begin to link movement and breath in this simple movement. So we're going to inhale the chin up. And as soon as we're at the top of the inhale, we just reverse, exhale the chin down. Just find that rhythm. Change the movement a little bit more of a circle. So pick up point on the inhale or the exhale. And just begin to bring the ear to the shoulder, chin to the chest, other ear to shoulder and up. And just let that simple movement begin to release tension in the jaw and the neck, and the upper spine. Feel like that in one direction, and a few in the other direction. And when we get to the shoulders, we're just gonna let the arms come up on the in-breath. Let the hands come to center and sort of ground that energy through the center of the body, and just repeat that. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. And on this exhale, whatever leg's in front, just twist the torso. Little gentle twist. Back of the hand can sort of support a lifted spine. Neck is looking behind ourselves. We're just going to rotate the neck forward and back. So let the chin come over your forward shoulder. Back to the back shoulder. Forward and back a couple of times. We can Finish looking back, maybe lifting the spine, twisting the spine just a degree more, and then release the effort and let the body come forward. Neutral spine. Let's change our legs and twist the other side. We're twisting over that leg that's in front, finding a nice long spine, finding our twist, looking behind ourselves, and then begin those neck rotations, forward and back. Inhale. Continue a little warm up on our knees. Initiate some cat-cows. Again, these are perfect for linking to the breath. Inhaling, lifting the chin, the heart space, exhaling and curving the spine. Find the breath with that. So sometimes it actually feels like you're waiting for the breath to initiate that movement. And in the next exhale, just come back to neutral spine. We're going to see if we can come into a squat from here. I know I do a lot of squats. I really think they're good for all the ankle and hip area, and they're not altogether easy. So it's a perfect time to listen to the body and not go any further than your body's wanting you to. You can stay kind of forward with the arms supporting you. Or we can make it more effortful. So these are just suggestions. You're going to listen to your body. Maybe this is just plenty. I'm going to bring my hands closer to my feet and begin to squeeze the inner leg against the floor. Changes what's being activated here. And if the body's inviting me, I might play around with a little crow, which is where we're so contracted into those upper arms. Maybe we can lift one foot, another foot, or try to balance on the arms. But we're not going to let our ego tell us that we have to do it. We're just going to sort of test, see if we can breathe calmly, and see what happens. Now wherever we are, bring the buttocks up. Maybe let the feet come a little more parallel. Let the knees stay soft. Just dangle here and breathe. Relaxed full bend. Go ahead and we're going to come to standing, pressing energy down those legs. And just letting the spine roll up piece by piece. No hurry, no forcing. Nice time to check in with how we really feel here. Come to our high mountain. And we'll continue with breath and warm up at the front of the mat. Bring our arms up. Palms may comfortably touch or just look up a little bit. What I want us to do here is widen the feet as much as we need to bend to the side. Come into this little swaying palm, a C shape, to open those side lungs. Feel our breath coming deeply into the side body. And this is kind of the pace we're going to do today. Everything's kind of find your edge and then just breathe there and soften. So they are held, but we're not forcing, so we should be able to keep a nice slow breath. Come on up and try the other side. Open the side ribs. See what the neck wants to do. Maybe it wants to look up. Maybe it wants to stay down. And come on up. Just float those arms down. We'll do some full body vinyasas with that same attitude of just staying very comfortable. We're going to start in a chair pose. As we breathe in, we let our buttocks come down. Find where our arms help lift the spine. So we have up energy and down energy, but nothing too forced, and just breathe. Like last week, we did Kapalabhati here. We were trying to build a lot of fire. Here, we're just keeping a nice, slow breath. Then we're going to forward bend. Find an inhale, lift it back. Get nice and long. Exhale, let it come forward. Bending the knees as much as we need to. We're going to step that right leg back. And let that knee come down to the floor. So we're in a low lunge. And we're just going to breathe here. Breathe and open where we're stiff in the hips. Little elongation of the spine. I'd like to do a twisting lunge. So the twist is going to be what you can do. Let's do it this way. Let's leave our hand down. Are you in? Yeah, you're. Whichever leg is opposite arm, just leave it down and just raise that arm and look over that bent knee. Nice spinal twist. Few breaths. So the breath is the guide here of how much you can go without any pain or discomfort. Soft breath. And come back down. Curl the toe. And we're going to try to come up to a higher lunge. We stay, lift the knee. See how our balance is. Let the arms come to the heart space. Now try that lunge twist here again. Just seeing how far you can go. Maybe you're, yes, beautiful. I'm going to come out of it by just lowering back down. Good. I'm going to bring that front leg back. We'll vinyasa here on our knees or full plank chaturanga. back bend of choice, nice low cobra, a little bit higher, whatever feels good. Follow the breath. Curl the toes, lift the hips. Our first down dog. Let everything broaden, lengthen, and energize. Just a nice, slow, rhythmic breath. And we'll just rock or jump forward, just right, left, right. Brings us back to this forward bend. We'll let the arms come out. Bring your hands to the heart. Just breathe, just check your breath. Let it settle. We'll do one more series like that. So we're going to start in chair. Hips come down. How much lift can we get in the spine? Of course, we're working on thighs, but nothing so deep that we can't breathe. Nice and full. Go ahead and come down. We'll go into that lunge series. The left leg this time comes back, and we're going to start nice and low, which may be exactly where your body needs to be today. Nice gentle twist. Look over that. If you can drop your knee curl, it's going to help you. Oh, did your video freeze? Oh, there you go. You're right where you need to be. Oh, you gotta love Zoom. Come on down. And we'll just test if we can come up into a higher lunge, knee up, body up, the toes just up and back. It's a balance challenge. Can always lower the knee and get into that twist in a low knee. I'm going to try to raise mine, but remember, we're listening. Maybe the body doesn't want a high lunge today. That's okay. More important to just be with our breath. And then we'll vinyasa out, wherever you are. If your knee's down, just bring that front leg back. Find your plank, knee down or knee up. Lower down, belly down. Wait for that in-breath to help with the lift into the back bend. Find your exhale, lift your hips, and breathe here in down dog. Then we make a choice how we want to get forward. Maybe soften the knees and hop a little bit or walk. Brings us to that nice half forward bend, long spine, full forward bend. We'll just rise up, letting the arms mirror that intake of breath. And just use the breath. We're actually resting in the breath. We could rest in child pose if we need to. We can do whatever, but sometimes it's actually enough of a rest to just be still and breathe. Let's do a little bit of standing work with this intention of slow, mindful, easeful work. We'll let the right leg come back. This time we'll angle the back foot into our warrior. So for most of us, that means our heels are sort of lined up. We're finding an angle that we can support with the front leg. Trying to get our hips forward. And then let the arms complete the pose by coming up to that high salute, warrior one. And just breathe. And just see what your body's asking for. Maybe it wants to raise up a little bit more so that we feel more stable in the back leg. Maybe it's actually inviting us to deepen. What does it want? We're going to, from here, open up to warrior two. Letting our hips try to be open and sideways with the mat. There you go. Just feel the strength of this warrior. But still the softness of the breath. Taking about 3 or 4 breaths in each of these poses to just feel and settle. Now straighten that front leg. We're going to come into triangle. So find your triangle. I know you know this. So how far down can I go? How high can I feel my top arm? Sometimes that top arm isn't ready. It wants to just be a little less than. So I can maintain openness in the side body, openness in the lung. So just using this time with these slow breaths to find the perfect pose for the body. We'll come out of it. You kind of have to use the side body to lift. That leg can come back and bend into warrior two. Yeah. Now I'm going to turn, make whatever adjustments I need to find my warrior one. I like to come out of this with a little bit of concentration, single leg balance. Just see if you can find it today. Without berating yourself if you don't. Single leg balance on the floor. Beautiful. And we'll do that series on the other side. But we're not rushing. Take a few breaths. Reestablish the breath. Let that left leg come back. Feel into the pose. We're not striking a pose. We're feeling our way into a pose. Breath by breath. Find our warrior one. Breathe. Find an inhale, little energy to open out to warrior two. Sometimes we can go a little deeper in our front leg in warrior two. Maybe expand the stance a little bit, but we're not forced. We're waiting to see what the body wants. Breathe. And then we find our triangle. I'm gonna shorten the stance a little bit. Find that nice tilt. Maybe not too low. See if the top arm wants to be relaxed, or it can come all the way up to the ceiling or over to the ear. But each version of the pose is a choice. Breathe. And come out by bending that front leg, retrograde through our warrior two, through our warrior one. And our single leg balance. Exhale and try to find that moment of stillness on one leg. And finish. So even though our breath didn't get taxed, we actually worked very hard in a slow series like that. So let's go with the little bit of the balance. When we're in this calm, centered breath, usually our balance improves than if we're rushing or trying to strike a pose. So we're going to come into tree. Let your right leg lift up a little bit or come to the side so we can check the stability of the standing leg. Yeah, and then just find your tree. Perfect. And here's the invitation part. What do we do with our arms? Well, we can stay low. We can come to a namaste. Or maybe we're feeling very stable and we can let the arms come out like the limbs of a tree. Maybe we just experiment, listen, and breathe. Just come out of it nice and gently. You might shake your leg a little bit. So we're going to do that on the other side. Tree is always my, it's a very hard pose for me. So if I'm rushing and I'm not paying attention, sometimes when I'm talking, I can't balance. I gotta find torso over hip, energy down the standing leg, and then just lift only as far as there's no strain. And just explore the arm or just stay nice and still. Either is accomplishing what we're trying to do with the breath, and then come out. One more balance. How's your legs doing? She posts videos from this class. I'm always cut off because I have a kind of a small rig. So we're going to try one more balance pose. This is warrior three. Most straightforward way to get into warrior three. We're going to balance on the right leg. We just step onto it. I really like to think about Tai Chi here, just where's the energy planting down through that leg, and then only go as far as I can maintain that sense of lift and stability in the leg. Toe might be down, might barely lift off, and the arms, that's a decision too. Maybe they just barely open up. They're out to the side. Nice little airplane balance. Maybe today they can come forward. Just waiting to see what the body can support. Nice. And a way to come out of it is just reverse. Just step that leg back. Shake it out. Prepare for the other side. First, find the breath and just reestablish that intention. Only doing what feels within the limits of my breath. Really, each breath, each moment, checking in. when the breath starts catching or lose my balance, just out of it. Yeah. Good work. Good enough balance. Come on down. We'll work our hips and our core a little bit here. Let's do our core series. I know you've done this with me before, Carl. We're just gonna be very kind. Sometimes this taxes your back. So maybe give yourself permission to keep it nice and within comfort. Just balancing on the sits bones. Checking the breath at each point. Engaging the core, letting go, letting go. My body's shaking, but my breath is even. And when you're ready, just lower the legs and come back. Let that back release. One more time. Balance. Kind of learn something in the first one, what's hard. So maybe you adjust a little bit. Maybe knees not quite so high. Breath undisturbed. And come on down. Whew. And here's the hip. I'm going to change the angle so you can see me a little bit better. It's kind of a seated version of a pigeon. So we're gonna, you see me okay?
Yeah. Perfectly.
Okay. Just take that right leg and find a open figure four. The side of the foot into the thigh. Yours looks like it wants to be a bit more open. And here's leaning back is less work. Coming up, chest towards the leg is more work. So where am I? The edge we're looking for is where we can feel the good focused movement of the hips, but there's no pain in the knee, no pain in the hip. Where can I get to just breathe? If you're connected with that leg on the opposite leg, you'll feel the hip just naturally open, yeah? You feeling it?
I don't know.
So you're a little bit open like this, almost like a cross leg. Let's just explore more of a figure four where the foot's trying to be on that thigh. It's gonna open you up. Maybe that's it for you. Are you feeling an opening here in that lifted leg? Not really?
Not really.
Not really. How about this underneath leg? Make that foot go flat. There you go. You should be feeling something.
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. Just let it go. I'm going to lean back a little bit so I can get that leg safely off. And we'll work. It might feel very different on this next side. The left leg's going to come up. Try to find that figure four. Yeah, you're more open there. See how the side of your foot's more like on the thigh? Yes. And then you're just breathing and seeing how close you can get the chest into that leg. But notice how it doesn't look like you're doing very much, but each moment of breath, you're loosening that hip. Just by the shape. Probably time to come out. 6 or 7 breaths, let it go. And here's another hip opener. We'll just do it kind of yin style, kind of, often in Hatha we come into cobblers with our feet really close in. I'd like you to relax that a little bit. So it's more of a diamond shape. And just see where you can get letting the torso come forward. Might be barely forward. There you go. You might be able to work out. The more you let the torso be over, as if you could get your forehead to the feet, relax the spine and just let those hips open to the degree they can breathe. And for an exploration, let's see how different it feels to go ahead and sit up and see what your limit is when you bring your heels closer to the groin. Your knees might be quite high up. You can use your hands to lift the spine, and as you pressure together, even if you're not super far in, that hip will naturally release outward. There you go. That's probably a good pose for you. It's kind of in between a butterfly and a Baddha Konasana. Just breathe. And it looks very static, but each breath, like on the exhale, send a little more outward energy into those hips without pushing and forcing. That's the key here. Good job. And you just release out of it. You just kind of come back, a more back position. We're going to see if we can, so that was an outward rotation of the hips. To get an inward rotation, there's a couple of options. One is to see if you can bring the right leg rotated back, heel to hip. It looks like you're leaning over, which is fine. That's exactly the work we're going to try to do here. You kind of have to figure out where you want your knees. Some people do this with their knees almost touching. Other of us do better on our knees. Open out a little bit. You're leaning like this. So the work is to just breathe yourself little by little to where you're more center on that hip, and you'll begin to feel it right here, right in this rotation. You know, you're going to just keep the lean that you need. Just breathe it a little deeper, without force. to release, it's usually good to kind of lean back away from that bent knee so that you can undo that curve without putting any strain on your knee. See that? Just let your hip unwind. I think you're frozen on me again. Hopefully you're
I can't tell if they're sitting still or if the screen is freezing.
yeah. So here's the way I got out of it. I just leaned away from this bent leg and then let that leg unfold nice and gently. There you go. And just come to a Dandasana for a little counter stretch here. We don't care if the knees are soft. What we want to do is just straighten out our back and forward bending, finding something to hold on to, and just let that hip come back neutral. And then we'll work the other side. So I'm gonna, so I think you can see me lean over as far as I need to bend that leg behind. And then the work is to sit up. You know, bend in the front leg sometimes helps. This is, I think you're on the same hip, left hip, trying to rotate right there, trying to keep mobility there in that hip. Breathe it wherever you are. If you're leaning, just each breath maybe half start with. This is called a half saddle in our yin style. We also have a form where we have both legs back. I'm not going to do that today. I'm just saying that this is a very strong inward rotation of the leg. It also affects some regions in the body like kidney and liver. So, we do these kind of stretches for mobility in our joints. But I also like to think about the fact that they're releasing energy too. It's helping all the energy flow. It's stimulated. So now I'm going to lean away from that leg. That twist of the thigh back to the center. And give yourself a nice little forward bend. Come on up, we're going to kick our back. Not really quick yet. We're going to roll the spine down. So lay down. You see how lowly you can lie down. Feeling that low pelvis, low back, mid back. I wish you're going to get to a point where maybe the core does not hold you. Eventually you come all the way up your back, just stretch way out. Arms come overhead, maybe interlace the fingers, the legs nice and long. For a few breaths. And then bend the knees, let the feet be flat on the floor, but you're mat, I hope. The arms are going to come down by the hips, palms down. We're coming into bridge. We want a nice, even pelvis on the floor. The shoulders are released on the floor, maybe even contracted. The blades contracted in a little bit, so we're nice and flat throughout the spine. We're going to do this in a series of 3. I think you've done this with me before. So the first step is to just press the feet, flatten the back, let the buttocks come off the floor a little bit with the breath. Usually this is an inhale And then just exhale yourself down. Roll that spine. One more time. Before we come to the peak pose, we're just going to feel our hips, feel the spine. Make sure our knees are not strained. And then roll that spine down. It's very healthy for the spine to get this kind of feedback from the floor. And we'll come to full bridge. Full bridge just means we're going to try to find the limit of our ability to lift our hips and come on to our shoulders. So the points of support here are the bottoms of the feet and the top of the spine, and the spine is arched. Good. If you can interlace your fingers and get even a little bit more roll in those shoulders. And just see if you can breathe. This pose makes it hard to breathe. The neck is kind of constricted, so if you can find a good slow breath, even with these constrictions, really work in the lungs. And find a way to let go as slowly as possible with the knees, maybe back, roll back into the floor, yeah. So that's actually a back bend. It's a prep for a full back bend. So all those muscles are being worked. Let's just counter stretch the back, let it come into the chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. Maybe rock side to side if that feels good. Using the floor as a little massage for the lower back. And then we'll let the left leg come long on the mat. And that right knee close to the chest. Let the right arm to support the upper back in the position. Help that knee find opening. Come to the opposite side. Just twist. Yep, so go ahead and let the right hip lift. See how far you can get your knee across the body, aiming for the floor on the other side without losing contact with the shoulder. That's what gives it a nice spinal twist. Just breathe. Each exhale, you might feel a little bit of relief in the back, in the hip. The leg coming a little closer to the floor. On your next full inhale, let the feet back to center. Let the pelvis even out on the floor. We'll just give ourselves a little leg stretch here. So let the bottom, the sole of the foot, try to come, stand on the ceiling, find a good hold, and just hold that leg gently towards the chest. Stay where you are, or you can also lift the head and try to let the head meet the leg for a little bit deeper stretch. The main thing is just to breathe the back of the leg. We'll let that leg go down. And we'll do that on the other side. The right leg is kind of engaged. I usually flex my foot to remind my leg to not get loose, but whatever feels good, let that left knee come towards the chest. You can interlace the fingers around that chin to help that action. And then we'll reverse that spinal twist. So my left arm's coming out from my shoulder. That's my anchor. My shoulder's my anchor. Let the left hip roll towards the right. And let that knee find a good place of floating or heading towards the floor. The main place to feel this is this twisting action through the belly, through the spine, very detoxifying. Few slow breaths here. Take your next deep inhale to lift the leg back to center. Straighten the leg back to the ceiling for a good stretch. And find your peak. Your knee may feel better, a little bit soft. The more you can straighten your knee, the more you get the full half stretch. Just breathe it long. And then let that leg float down. I'm going to cue us into a brief fish pose here. Carl, I don't remember if you've done fish. You probably have. Matsuyasana. I'll talk you through where I get into it. Want our elbows very tight into the body. Usually I put my hands actually under my buttocks, support the back. What we're aiming for here is to press the elbows and lift the chest. It's a very nice high back bend into the upper chest, into the upper back. And see where you are. Your head may actually, the top of the head may actually contact the floor, or maybe you're lower than that. Just see if you can breathe in this very upper back bend, this fish pose. And I'm going to come look at you. We'll do it one more time. Go ahead and let the neck get long. Let the shoulders ease down. Let the elbows come out. We'll do it one more time. I'm going to try again. Oh, nice lift. That's exactly where it starts, right in the sternum, right at the center of the chest. Go to your peak there, breathe, and let it down. So actually that high back bend is a nice opener, chest opener, shoulder warmer. And we'll just head into Shavasana from here. So let your arms come out away from the body. Yeah. Maybe the palms turn up. The legs may come a little bit more apart. Tune into what gives you the best relief here into the floor. Check back in. It probably feels deeper, more free than it did at the beginning of class. But at least our awareness of the path of the breath should be enhanced with that vinyasa. And as we come to the end, just want to give ourselves plenty of time to come out of it. Really just quickly and kind of roll to the side. Try to find comfort as you're seated. Keep the eyes never closed. And we'll end the way we started, just with the breath. Thank you, Carl. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, thank you.
We want to close with an om. We can just take a nice deep inhale. Vibrate on. Namaste.